Hey everybody, Shane and Mason here, Team Severson. It is Tuesday and we wanted to jump out there. It is selling season, and I mean, it is not even selling season. It is like frenzy out there with sellers. It's crazy. And the same question when we're meeting with clients is coming up a lot. And so Mason and I wanted to talk about this idea of when you're selling a property, when do I have to pay taxes? Laws have changed over the years. We don't have time to get into all of that, but the question is, do I have to pay taxes on this? Do I have to reinvest it? Do I have all these questions that just worried about, I've got 300 grand equity, like, oh my gosh, I better spend it right. So why don't you talk to us about that? Like, do they have to pay taxes and when and all of that?
Yeah, so it kind of depends on your situation.
Okay.
But if you think about it like this, I mean, you're essentially, when you go to sell your home, you're making a pretty big chunk of change.
In Denver, for sure.
In Denver, for sure. Yeah, you're making a lot of money. So if you think about it, I mean, that's like, it's like a bonus or something that you're getting that, you think typically, and that's why people ask, like, oh, I got to pay taxes on this.
Yeah.
So if you're making $150,000 on your house, it's like, well, I got to pay a huge chunk of change.
That's a good point, because you would think, like, if I get a bonus for, if I wrote you a check for $150,000 bonus, you'd love me, first of all, but then you'd have to pay a lot of taxes, right? So that's a great point.
Right. So when you go to sell your home and you're concerned about whether or not you're paying taxes on it, there's just a couple things to think about and consider. Really, one main thing, what they're going to do is ask you, have you lived in the home 2 out of the last 5 years? Has that been your primary residence 2 out of the last 5 years? And if it has been, then the money is all yours. You can do with it what you want. It's all yours. You
don't have to reinvest. Don't have to nothing.
I mean, you can certainly, but you don't have to. And they're not going to charge you or tax that money that you just made on your home if you've lived in the home 2 out of the last 5 years. That is the kind of main point here. That is the rule. That is kind of what we go by, what we tell everyone, and that is what they're going to ask you specifically is, have you lived in the home 2 out of the last 5 years? If you have, great, you don't have to pay taxes. If you haven't, you're going to have to pay taxes on that, or you're going to have to reinvest in some way. We talked about a 1031 exchange last time. This might apply to that kind of situation. So, you can take that money. You can do whatever you want with it. You can go buy a bigger and nicer home. You could downsize and put the rest of the cash into retirement. You could reinvest in other ways. You could go buy your dream car. You can do whatever you want with that money. It's not taxed as long as you've been in the home 2 out of the last 5 years. So
in essence, really, the way this breaks down, you can buy a house every 2 years, live in it, cash out 200 grand every 2 years, and just stockpile that money, put it away, not pay a penny in tax.
Yeah. And our goal here is just to help you avoid paying taxes. So
I like that. Just don't share this video with the IRS.
Right, they'll be upset with us. But that's it. If you guys have more questions about that, if you're curious, reach out. Yeah, we'd love to talk more. It was another Tips Tuesday.
God bless. Hope that helps. Let's get you making lots of money and avoiding as many taxes as you can, because that's how we build wealth. All right, God bless. We'll see you next week.